out a little bit over the next few weeks, especially if we get more rain, but this is where the summer bush is set in. Always love the low veld in summer. People often ask you when you're guiding as well, what's the best time of year to go to the bush, or what's your favorite time of the year? And I've always said, there's obviously the things of winter time. The wildlife is generally better in terms of statistically. Per drive you'll see more big five, you'll see more animals, it's easier to spot them in water and so on, but especially the low veld, this area we're in, I've always loved in the summertime. It's just very alive. All the insect lights and life and plant life, and all your days it can differ. You can have a perfect blue sky morning, you can have a big thunderstorm in the afternoon and mist the next morning, and so your activity around you and the sensory input around you is so much more interesting in the summertime. Fantastic place. A quick look at the tires, sorry. Noise. Fine. Just made a funny popping sound earlier when we drove over a stick. Some buffalo just coming up on Treehouse Dam here. We'll see them in a second. Looks like that big herd of dagga boys or bulls that we've been seeing coming and going around Gari Waterhole as well. I think we'll spend a little bit of time with them here. Treehouse Dam also getting more and more empty. So it's more of a perfect mud wallow than a drinking waterhole now. But just look at that, some of those buffalo are really enjoying it. Good opportunity for some stills photographs as well. This is a fantastic bachelor group. There's so many of them, well over 20 that we can see from here. And there's one of the things that buffalo bulls or dagga boys like doing is this mud wallowing. You can see this mud is very, very thick. They sink in almost to their bellies. It's like walking through lava.
I understand you by which house?
Also gives these buffalo the opportunity to really get themselves nicely covered in mud. This bull that we're watching now, I can see he's shaking his head quite a lot, getting some of that mud off his horns. Look at those guys as well, walking away. You can see they've really got themselves nice and covered. I'm sure most of you already know why, but it's just, again, perfect way to cool themselves. It's been quite a hot, stuffy sort of clammy day almost, so it definitely cools them down. Also gives them a sort of a factor 30 or factor 40 sun cover. You can imagine a thick layer of mud all over their skin. Gets rid of parasites and ticks. Also gets rid of dead skin flakes, exfoliates them. I'm sure it just feels good as well. I do like buffalo. They just have such attitude, I think is maybe the best word I can think of. Randy from Nevada. Randy, you were just asking what's my least favorite animal. No, that's going to be a very difficult question, and I don't want to sound cliched when I say that I probably don't have one. People often ask you what's your least favorite or most favorite, and it's a little bit like asking what's my least favorite food or my most favorite food. My least favorite animal, I would probably have to put humans at the top of that list, or the things they can get themselves to do. But then again, one of my favorite animals also almost certainly humans. So maybe to answer your question more in the way you meant it, I presume you meant more sort of the things we see out here. It's really difficult to say, Randy. I think humans definitely would feature at the top and at the bottom end of that list, just because I'm one of them. Mosquitoes, don't like mosquitoes very much, especially when they give you malaria or they keep you awake the whole night. But